Okay, I'm gonna give some context to start. This is so weird. Hi, Cass.
Hi.
I'm here with you today. First question is, you're gonna give some context. How do we know each other?
Well, we were both the first two recruits for a new coach at Harvard, so we are the only recruits in our class. And I knew of you through other things, I think, and you knew of me through like high school rugby. It's a small world. And then we were the only two recruits, so we were forced into a best friendship that we've then carried into our adulthood, and I love so much.
And we aim to see each other at least once a year,
Once a
and we've
year.
hit that.
Hmm.
Um, okay, so we know each other because we're best friends from Harvard and and beyond Harvard. How has the World Cup been so far, and what has the atmosphere been like to be a part of as a player?
I mean, it's like it's what you dream of. Like, actually, it's not even what you dream of because when I was a kid, you couldn't dream of this as a woman. Like, you couldn't dream of playing in front of 40,000 people. But it's like, yeah, it's just so amazing. Like, everything I've ever wanted to do as a rugby player, like play in big matches that matter and have fun with my teammates and play good rugby and also have people care about it and it be entertaining because it is good rugby. I mean, like, it's been great. It's been really cool.
And you said
It also
40,000
feels,
people.
yeah, 40,000 people.
I think it was
42,000.
43,000 people at the
No,
game,
no,
and
I
now
don't think it was 43. I think it was 42 and
42,600 something.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I feel like this World Cup is a huge turning point for women's rugby, and people who don't even know what women's rugby is are seeing it pop up on their Instagram. So I'm sure being a part of it as a player is very, very special.
Yes.
Um, Speaking of important games to play in that you just talked about, can you give us a bit of a recap of what it was like to play in the last two games?
Yeah, I mean, so the first game we obviously got to play England, who are I think the highest ranked World Rugby team ever in their home World Cup opener game, which is just like an experience in itself. And we knew that, like we knew they were gonna come out all like guns firing, like the crowd was behind them. It was just like a spectacle, like more people than I ever thought I would play in front of, and against like the best team in the world. They just are right now the best team in the world. We'll see how the World Cup turns out in the end, but like that was just an opportunity that like only so few people get ever to play in a game like that. So that was really cool. Obviously, we wish the scoreline was different, but also like even looking back, I'm proud of some of the attack I played and proud that I got to be part of that. And then obviously the last game we had was we've known that was going to be the game for us in the World Cup for ages. Like ever since the pool draw came out, we knew we'd have to go beat Australia, and we went into that game kind of being like it's us or them, and then it draws, which you're never planning for a draw ever. I think it was like the highest scoring draw too, like 31-31. And yeah, I mean, I think we kind of we had built that game up so much that it's us or them, and we thought this week would either be like really happy that like we pretty much are going to go through the quarters or like really sad and hard because we wouldn't make it to the quarters. And instead it's kind of given us this cool weird opportunity where like this week really matters in its own way now. Not that we wouldn't have had to care about beating Samoa before, but like we have another objective now, and this week is really important to us as well. So obviously, I wish we had just beaten Australia outright, but I'm glad we get the opportunity to play another game and fight another week and have something that matters so much to all of us. Yeah, and I think we have a lot of belief that we can do it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I was up. I'm so glad that I stayed up to watch that game because that was the most exciting women's rugby game I've ever watched. Like I was like texting Nicole and whoever. I was like, "What is happening?"
Yeah.
And you got to. I can't even imagine how it feels to be on the field during a game like that, and you got to play a lot of that game. So walk us through the emotions, the roller coaster of emotions from beginning to, I guess, when you got subbed out.
I would say the emotions actually hit me when I got subbed out. I think that like you train so hard for these games that like you're in them and you can't get emotional. Like you have to play the system, you have to play with your teammates, you have to brush off mistakes because if you start to get emotional and worried, then you can't play. So like I was just trying to play like it was any other game. Obviously, I knew it wasn't any other game and I wanted to win more than anything. But I think I felt more like nervous and scared when I came off and then afterwards like just thinking about everything that happened. Yeah, but like in the game I was just trying to focus on doing my job.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, interesting result. How
Yeah.
did the team feel about the draw? Like obviously you said before it was like you guys gave it your all, they gave it their all, and then both teams to walk off the field like, ooh, okay. It's us or them,
Yeah.
but no, it actually ended up both of us. Great.
Yeah. I think that it was like I think honestly it was a lot of disappointment because we could have won the game. Um and then I think it was partially like understanding that we feel that disappointment and then we cannot let ourselves feel it too much because we have to fight for another week. And that's like the opportunity part is like okay, this game matters a lot. And so
Hmm.
yeah, I think people felt it and then the next day I was like okay, we have to turn it around and we have another week to go.
Yeah. And I just saw the team list come out and you're starting
Hmm.
at nine.
Yes. Yes.
Yay.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yay. Thanks.
You can't tell me these things until the team list comes out, so I find out when everyone else finds out.
I found out this morning only.
Oh, okay. Um, how are you feeling about the next game and how are you preparing mentally?
I'm excited. Um, I think it's the same thing of like we have a very clear objective in this case, which is to score points. Um, but we know that you can't score points unless we play the system. It's not like we can just go out and play like crazy free flowing rugby without our system because that's actually what would favor Samoa. So we've just been focusing on it's kind of us versus us this week of like okay, we need to execute our attack structures at our highest ability because that's how we'll score. It's not changing everything. It's just we have to execute. Yeah.
How many can you tell everyone who doesn't really know, like, what do you guys, what needs to happen for you to get into the quarterfinal?
Yeah, so right now there's 135 difference point differential, so the swing for both sides. Because we lost pretty badly to England in the opening match, and Samoa lost pretty badly to Australia in their opening match. So what will have to happen is that Australia can't get any bonus points. So Australia can't score more than four tries, or can't score four tries, I mean, and can't lose within seven. I mean, if they lose within seven, that'd be probably not put us up for a good spot. And then so if Australia doesn't score any bonus points, then we need the point differential to be 136 for us to go through to quarters. So we need to score as many points on Samoa as we can and hope that England scores as many points as they can on Australia. Obviously, all we can control is the point differential we put up against Samoa. But I mean, the England list came out and they're putting out their strongest squad against Australia. So we're gonna be cheering for the Red Roses.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So are a lot of people in the UK. Um, okay. Next question is, so obviously I've known and been with you for the last few years and been along the journey, but can you tell everyone a little bit about your journey with not only rugby, but also your health and everything for everything you've gone through in the last couple of years?
Yeah, so I was on the path for USA Rugby for a long time. I started playing U18s when I was like, had just turned 16, I think. And I went to a lot of development camps for sevens and trained with the senior 15 side in 2020. So I was on that path for a long time, and then I got really sick with ulcerative colitis my senior year of my senior year of college at Harvard, and I ended up getting four major abdominal surgeries, which in the end has resulted in me having an ostomy bag and still playing with that to this day. So I have an ileostomy, means the end of my small intestine comes through my abdomen, and I play with a bag over top. Yeah.
Okay. Um, so for people who cannot comprehend like how difficult that journey actually is, can you dive in a bit deeper on when you got sick senior year? It was during COVID, right? Um,
Yeah,
or post COVID?
during COVID.
During COVID.
Hmm.
Um, no, it was after COVID. You went back on campus.
Yeah, we were back on campus, but I mean, that's when we were testing every 2 days, and
Right, it
COVID
was
was so
COVID.
bad.
Um, but you were back on campus, you were feeling sick, and you were trying to get help as well. How did that all like spiral, and how did you deal with it?
Um, well, so I had been sick on and off for a long time before. I got really sick and didn't get better my senior year at Harvard, so in the fall. And so that was like me not eating or like not being able to eat without being in severe pain. Like couldn't really walk to classes. I was losing weight. Every time I went to the bathroom, there was a lot of blood. So I mean, it was scary. I was really scared. And I kept being told like it was maybe hemorrhoids or like a food intolerance or some random things. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was in survival mode. I was for sure in survival mode. That's how I got through it. Is just like trying to survive. And then once I got hospitalized and there was like a plan to move forward, I was like, give me the bag. Like I want the surgery. When the medications failed me and I wasn't getting better, I just wanted to feel better. When you get sick like that, your world stops, and the only thing that matters is your health. And it's like, I don't know, people are always like, oh, like, what about rugby? And how did you get through that mentally and stuff? And I'm like, I wasn't thinking. I was sleeping and I was waking up and I was hoping that my lab numbers would go down and I'd feel better. Like, the days are all blur. I was in the hospital for however long. I was in a hotel with my mom for however long. I don't know. You just survive.
Yeah. I think that's like the perspective that, I mean, you always remind me to have as well when we go really deep into like rugby mode and everything is seems really, really, really important. And at the end of the day, like you having gone through something like that to do with your health and like being close to not being here anymore with us just puts into perspective like uh, what really matters at the end of the day. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and obviously being able to go through that and then be in this like dream World Cup, something you've always dreamed of after going through all of that is, I think that's why so many people love your story, and I'm glad that it's getting the attention that it's getting right now because it's like to do that and then be at a Dream World Cup, it that must be insanely special.
Yeah. I think it is special. I also think that I don't know, people it's I don't know. It's just me, you know? I mean, like you knew me before and you knew me after. And like, yes, this insane crazy thing happened to me and I was a rugby player before and I'm a rugby player now and I have this whole other perspective on life in rugby, but I was good at rugby before and I'm good at rugby now and I just have a bag. So,
So yes.
well, you know what I
Okay.
mean? Like it is insanely special. It's really cool and I'm really proud of everything I've gone through and it's made me better, but like also I don't know.
You're
I
still
just did
you.
it, you
Still
know?
is
I
you at
just
the
did
end of
it.
the day.
I didn't have an option.
Yeah.